Today on Rust Belt Vintage Toy Repair, I will be restoring this vintage 1976 Playskool Puzzletown Farmer Alfalfa's Farm. Richard Scarry was a beloved children's author and illustrator known for creating colorful, detailed books filled with busy characters and imaginative stories. His most famous works include Busy Busy Town, Cars and Trucks and Things That Go, and What Do People Do All Day? Richard Scarry introduced generations of children to a living world of talking animals, especially the residents of Busytown. Scarry's illustrations were packed with humorous details that encouraged young readers to explore every page. His books remain popular because they combine entertainment, learning, and creativity in a way that appeals to children and adults alike. As a child, Richard Scarry's best storybook ever was a favorite of mine, with Lowly Worm being my favorite character. Richard Scarry brought his illustrative magic to the 1976 Playskool Puzzletown playsets. Playskool offered several Puzzletown sets, including Set A, Dr. Lyon's Medical Center. Set B, Hucklecat's Family Cottage. Set C, Farmer Alfalfa's Farm. Set D, Mayor Fox's Town Center. And Set E, Lowly Worm's Rail and Roadway. My sisters and I had Set D, Mayor Fox's Town Center. We used to play with this set while watching classic Tom and Jerry cartoons in the evening. My wife found Set C, Farmer Alfalfa's Farm, at a local garage sale for only 75 cents. Playskool Puzzletown sets were intended for children ages 3 to 8 years old. Inventory. The first thing I did was inventory the contents of this Puzzletown set. I did find some items that were not part of this set, like the Ideal of the Winning Ticket cardboard piece, these Tyco slot car roadway support piers, and some cute children's playing cards. I laid out the entire contents of the box that were part of the set. This tree was missing its cardboard backing. I plan on repairing it later in this video. I determined that the following items were missing from this set: Mother Goat figure, 1 out of 2 of the tomato plants, 1 out of 2 of the hay bales with Lowly Worm, water pump, 2 brick walls, hen, mouse farmer, and 2 out of 7 roof pieces. Cleaning. All parts were treated to a coat of Armor-All, both to clean them and to bring back the luster into lithographs on the cardboard pieces and plastic parts. Note: my Puzzletown set is for display only. I recommend using a kid-safe cleaner if you plan on letting your children or grandchildren play with this set. I want to reiterate how much I love the Richard Scarry illustrations. Q-tips moistened with Armor-All were used to get into the tough-to-reach spots. Here's a picture of the parts after being treated to a coat of Armor-All. I removed the garage sale price tag and vacuum out what looks to be sand inside the box before applying Armor-All to the top, bottom, and inside the box. Tree repair. As mentioned, the tree was missing its cardboard backing. I found a scrap of thin modeling plywood I had laying around. Masking tape was applied to the area of where I was going to cut out the tree in order to prevent the plywood from splintering during cutting. I traced around the tree lithograph with a pencil in order to know where to cut. The outline of the tree was cut using my jigsaw. I cut just inside of the traced line. I placed the tree lithograph over the wooden cutout in order to see where I needed to trim with the jigsaw. Sandpaper was used to smooth the edges from the jigsaw cuts. The masking tape was removed and I cleaned the tree cutout with a clean moist paper towel and let it dry. Clear satin polyurethane was applied to seal the pores of the wood. Elmer's glue was applied to one side of the wooden tree cutout. Then the tree lithograph was affixed to it. I used my weighted alligator clip stand to keep the tree lithograph from curling up. Setup. Here is the Puzzletown Farmer Alfalfa's farm setup as shown on the front of the box. What made the Puzzletown playsets fun is that they were highly configurable. Here is a cool bi-level setup as shown on the back of the box. Here's a cool tri-level setup also shown on the back of the box. Of course, you could create your own custom setup as well. And finally, here's the original setup with the newly repaired tree in the background. Conclusion. Restoring this 1976 Playskool Puzzletown Farmer Alfalfa's farm set was a fun journey through both vintage toy history and childhood nostalgia. Overall, this 75-cent garage sale find turned out to be a rewarding restoration and a wonderful reminder of the charm of classic Playskool toys. Please like this post and subscribe to Rust Belt Vintage Toy Repair so that you're alerted to my future posts. Thank you.